Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Steve and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be trying something brand new. I'm going to be smoking a brisket, so stay tuned. So for those of you that have been smoking briskets and meat overall, for quite some time, this may not be too much to you, but for me this is a big thing because one, this is my very first brisket. For years, for as long as I've been grilling, the most that I've stuck with is burgers, hot dogs, and things like that. Just because I wasn't too confident in the skills that I had, and I really didn't know about trying new things. Thanks to some of you guys on YouTube, I uh, stepped out here and tried my hand at ribs, and I feel pretty confident with that. Now I'm ready to try something else. And I think brisket was always such a challenge simply because it's such a large cut of meat, and it takes so much time to do. You don't want to mess around. I mean, with the money that you spend on a brisket, that briskets are pretty expensive. You don't want to mess around, and ruin something that you spent a whole lot of money on. So I'm starting out pretty small. Actually, today I'm doing a slab of ribs, brisket, and some chicken. But the main focus of this video is going to be the brisket, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And so this is the brisket right here. It's about 4.5 pounds. Normally when doing brisket, if you're doing it at 225, and it's usually an hour and a half per pound. So right now I'm looking at about 7 hours, or a little shy of 7 hours on this brisket. So I'm going to be taking that out there and putting that on the grill. And like I said, I also got some chicken thighs and chicken breasts in there. And then over here, a slab of ribs and some dogs. So I'll show you right now I've got the grill outside coming up to temp. Once it comes up to temp and I'm ready to throw this brisket on, then I'll get back with you guys and show you from there. So stay tuned. Well, while I'm waiting on the grill to come up to temp, I guess I could tell you a little bit about what I have on the meat that's going on the grill. I didn't use a lot, and I really didn't have a lot of seasonings to start with. So what I'm using is I made my own SPG. I mean, that's salt, pepper, garlic. I just put equal amounts in a container and mixed it up. Using a little bit of Stubbs liquid smoke, a little bit of Mrs. Dash chicken seasoning, and a little paprika for color and a little bit of heat. Now, as I was doing this, as I was putting all this together, I realized there were some things that I didn't have. So I ran out to the store, and while I was out at the store, I actually came across a couple of other seasonings. And for the most part, the seasonings that I've been looking at, I was thinking that I would have to order them online. But thankfully, I came across these and I was able to pick them up. So the first one here is the Byron's butt rub. I'm going to use some of that on the ribs. And really that's it. I'm just going to use that on the ribs. I want to see how it tastes. Plus, it looks like it'll give really nice color on the ribs. The second seasoning that I got is bone sucking sauce seasoning and rub. I saw this in Lowe's, of all places. I was getting some stuff, and I decided to get this here. It looked pretty good. I like the coloring in it. And then the last one that I saw was Lambert's Sweet Rub of Mine barbecue seasoning. Again, the coloring on this looks good. I'm just interested in trying really all of these out. I'm not going to be able to try them all out today. The main one that I'm going to use today, like I said, is Bad Byron's butt rub. Now, I haven't put this on yet. I'm going to put this on the ribs before they go on the grill. But all of the four original seasonings that I was telling you about, that's what I've used on all over the meat so far. The ground paprika, the Mrs. Dash chicken seasoning, the Stubbs liquid smoke, and my SPG mixture. So with that, I'm going to head back out to the grill, and I think it may be about time to start putting meat on. Okay, so right now this is all I'm putting on the grill. I got a slab of ribs and brisket. The brisket is, like I said, it's pretty small. It's only 4.5 pounds, and a slab of ribs. And I'm going to come back and do some chicken later on. Every hour or so, like I said, I'll be coming back and just doing like I usually do, just spritzing it down a little bit, just to help keep it moist. It's already sitting over a pan of water in here now. But like I said, every so often, every hour or so, I'm going to come back and do that just to keep it moist. And with that, I will let you guys see the, probably come back in a couple hours, let you see how it looks then, and then I'll check it out, let you guys check it out at the very end. So I'll see you in a couple hours. Alright, so this is about an hour and some change in. Temps are a little high in here, and I'm having problems with maintaining it, but well, not having problems maintaining it, but I'm having problems with the temperature staying at the level that I want. Keeps shooting up, so I'm trying different adjustments. But like I said, this is about an hour and 10 minutes in. I put these on at 146. It's now 258, and the brisket's supposed to be 6 hours and 45 minutes. Obviously, that's going to be done way before then, and the ribs are supposed to be about 4 to 5 hours. But I'll keep you guys informed and let you see the final product. Hey guys, I'm back, and we are just shy of about 3 hours in. You can see right now the internal temperature on this brisket is about 178 degrees, and we're shooting for 203. I went ahead and wrapped the ribs, and the brisket is in the aluminum tray here. I also threw a couple pieces of chicken on. I went ahead and started doing that. And if we're going by this thermometer on the grill, you can see that I finally got control of it. Earlier on, it was in excess of 300. It was cooking the meat faster than it should have been, faster than I wanted it to. But that's under control now. Everything else is under control, and the temp on the brisket, like I said, is slowly coming up. So we're getting there. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. I just took it off the grill, and I'm gonna leave it sitting here for a little bit to rest. It hit an internal temperature of 203 degrees, and I'm just gonna let it rest for a little while before taking a knife to it and cutting it up. Interested to see how or if a smoke ring was able to develop though. Hey guys, I'm back, and before I do this final reveal of what my first brisket looks like and, you know, cut through it, I just want to share some thoughts on it real quick. Tell you first of all, I'm not really happy with the results, just simply because I know how long a brisket is supposed to take, and based on an hour and a half per pound times the number of pounds gave me a certain amount of hours that it should have been on the grill, and it was done a lot quicker, and there's a reason for that. The biggest reason why I'm overall not happy with this is because of my grill. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, in my last few videos where I've been doing barbecuing, you'll know that I'm on a char griller Smoking Pro, and I've had this thing for 9 or 10 years. I bought it back when I first bought my house. And like I said in this video early on, for the most part I was doing burgers, hot dogs, small things like that. Just recently I decided to start getting into, you know, the ribs and briskets and things like that. And today was actually my first time doing a brisket. And so with this char griller, the biggest problem that I have with it is holding temps. So it's got a offset firebox, and normally whenever I do, you know, any type of grilling in there, I put, you know, charcoal in there, and normally it has no problem holding temps of 225, but the problem is it only holds it for a couple of hours, and then it drastically drops. And, you know, for the most part I've been fighting trying to get it up to temp. Well, today when doing this brisket, along with the ribs and the chicken and, you know, the other things that I was doing today, I decided to just grill inside the grill itself, and, you know, use half of it, you know, for the charcoal, and the other half I had a water pan, and the meat was sitting above that. Initially I had a hard time controlling the temps because they were too high. The temps were at one point somewhere between 350 and 400, and it was taking a really long time with bringing that down. When I finally was able to get it down and control it, I had no problems with the rest of the stuff that I was cooking. It was just the fact that the brisket was done so quick. Like I said earlier, it was supposed to be about 6 hours and 45 minutes, somewhere a little shy of 7 hours. The brisket was done and up to temp, 203 degrees, within 3 hours. So, like I said, we're gonna see how it turned out. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm thankful that since this is my first brisket, I chose something small. I don't think I paid more than about $8 or $9 for this. So I hate to say it, but if it doesn't come out the best, then thankfully I'm not out of a whole lot of money. But still, $8 or $9 is money that I could have had in my pocket. So let's go inside. I'll prepare to cut it up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so this is the brisket here. I'm getting ready to cut into it, and we're going to see how it turned out. So, I don't know if this is going to come out on camera, but it's juicy. Not too much of a smoke ring. But there is a lot of juice, so let's see here. You're normally supposed to cut this against the grain. Come around on this side so I can cut this. Like I was saying in the video where just before on this, like I was saying a couple minutes ago, initially I was not too happy with this just because of the whole issue with my smoker. But so far it's not too bad. It's not as juicy as I'd like it to be, but it is done. So now, taste it. And so here's what we got. That's a whole lot better than I thought it was going to be. I honestly wasn't even sure if it was going to be done or if it was going to be burnt on the inside. But this is good. Thankfully, I had my thermometer there because my grill was, with the issues with it keeping temps and really high temperature, not, getting it to the point to where I really wanted it. So my thermometer really worked out. I was able to reach the internal temperature of 203 degrees, and like I said, it ended up doing that within 3 hours. And as you can see, it's still pretty moist. I've had it here resting for a couple hours. So, I mean, the flavor is good. The seasoning is all the way through it. This is going to be really good eating. So, with all of that being said, I'm not happy about the way my grill handled this, but overall I am happy with the results. So if you guys have any comments, any questions, or any concerns, please drop that down in the comment section below. Please do hit that like button, please share it, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.